So these are the Quietcomfort Ultra by BOSE, and apparently they made quite a few changes to them, bringing them to the pair of 2024. Because yes, BOSE was getting a little bit behind, but let's talk a little bit more about that. Most of the headphones are built completely on plastic. There's only a part of metal on the band and on the ear cups, but every other part of the headphone is actually built of plastic. It doesn't feel like the most premium plastic. They actually don't feel that premium when you take them out of the box or hold them on your hands. I would have liked a little bit more weight to them, and I would have liked maybe a little bit more thick plastics. But to be completely honest with you, I don't think you have any issues. I don't think they'll break. I just don't like something that's not that premium when you're paying a premium price. Ear cups. Now, those aren't that premium either. They're kind of thin. They are memory foam, but they're not the thickest, so they don't give you that much of a cushion when you put them on. And also the interior of the headphones is terrible. It looks like this carpety, thin cloth. I don't like it. I do think that if you start sweating or it gets a little bit wet, it will look horrible and maybe could even start unsticking from the ear cup itself. It was a little bit more premium or even something a little bit softer. Now, there is an advantage to having these materials, and that is that they are pretty light and they're also very compact. They come in this case. And at first I was kind of underwhelmed. I felt maybe a nicer case would have been better, but then I actually liked it a lot because it's pretty compact. I can throw it into a bag, it'll fit perfectly and doesn't weigh whatsoever. So these are perfect for traveling, but also having them on your neck will also mean they don't weigh whatsoever, and it will be pretty comfortable for long plane flights or bus drives or any way you travel. So they're completely made for traveling. Something I do think that would have been better for traveling is that the ear cups should have a little bit more cushion, because not having that cushion can make it a little bit exhausting after long air flights. So, I guess just the ear cups would have been a nicer touch, and they would have been excellent because of the weight and also because of the size. Although these things are important, I wouldn't stop buying them for these reasons. Because yeah, they might not have the most premium feeling, but they're very compact, they're extremely light, and as I mentioned previously, you can fit them into a bag. And yes, maybe the ear cups aren't the most comfortable ones, but I'm being pretty nitpicky, especially because of the price. But the ear cups compared to other headphones are really not that bad. Finally, into 2024, and that is a lossless audio codec. They have Qualcomm aptX adaptive. Those have been working for years, I think maybe tens of years, with ANC and SBC. They had no type of codec to this generation. So Qualcomm aptX adaptive is a great feature and actually pretty welcome. My ears, I would say, are maybe medium sized. They're not the smallest, but they're not the biggest. And they do touch the ear cups on the inside. The ear cups aren't that wide and they're not that deep. So if you have big ears, most likely you will be touching. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not that uncomfortable. Maybe after a couple of hours, you do have to go like, a small snudge or just move a little bit, and that'll probably be it. But they actually perform pretty well if you're on a flight or you're on a bus drive. So not bad at all. But also, they're not the most comfortables on the market. I would say the Sonos Ace are way more comfortable than these. What do these bad boys sound like? Well, we have excellent clears, excellent mids, and pretty punchy bass, which is what you would expect for more commercial headphones. These are not audiophile grade. These are most likely not going to be for people looking for the most precise or more analytical headphones. But for most mainstream consumers, these are going to sound great. And taking into account you have that Qualcomm codec, you can now listen to things like maybe Tidal, maybe Cobos, or maybe even Apple Lossless. So you'll take advantage of that if you have an Android phone. If you have an iPhone, well, doesn't make a difference because iPhones still don't have lossless codecs. Not even the iPhone 16, which was actually announced today. Pretty weird. Wondering what Apple's going to do in the future for that. But the most important and most impressive thing with these headphones is the noise cancellation. They might not be the most premium feeling. They are one of the lightest. They also might not be the most comfortable ones. They might not have the best sound. I actually think they're pretty even with the Sonos Ace and the Sonys. But where they actually do go way above is with noise cancellation. These things are insane. The first time I put these things on, well, not even turning them on, I started immediately noticing how much it isolates. Right now they're off. and I can barely hear my voice. Once you turn them on, and once you turn on noise cancellation, bam, it isolates almost everything, even voices, which is kind of complex and hard to do with noise canceling. But these are actually the ones I've noticed they have the best noise cancellation. They're excellent. Now, button-wise, they only have 2 buttons. They have on and off button, and they have active noise cancellation button. Well, it does kind of few functions like turning on and also skipping and playing pause. But you can control that straightly from the BOSE application. I used to use an old one, but if you have an iPhone, it'll direct you immediately, and also Android, it'll direct you immediately to the new application and tell you which is the most optimized one for this, because BOSE actually has quite a few applications out there now. So it'll tell you automatically which is the best one for these headphones. Just type in your favorite store BOSE and download any one. Once you connect them through Bluetooth, try to pair them and it'll tell you which is the application for this pair. Inside the app, you can actually equalize them. You can also update the firmware or even control a couple of the functions with noise cancellation. Pretty good app. BOSE used to have pretty crappy applications and now, not bad at all. Snappy, works well, and does what's intended. That's what I want in an application that I use with my headphones. Another thing they also do excellent and where they actually excel is in the microphones. If you want to use them for phone calls, excellent, great quality. I would even use them for work, for Zoom calls, anything you want to do to a certain professional grade, I would use them for that. They are not bad, and I would say probably one of the best in the market. I actually think it's extremely premium, taking into account I don't have a microphone that goes straight into my mouth. It's not even close. It's like regular headphones on the sides, but does an excellent job. I would use it for work, no issues. But I do want to know, would you guys use it? Are you interested in it? Or you think it simply sounds kind of lousy? I think it sounds quite premium. And this is actually an Ultra function. If you want these headphones, you need to pay about $430, which is pretty premium. Are they worth it or not? Well, it depends completely on you. I would say if you want the best noise cancellation in the market, because this thing is extremely strong, yes, these are the best, and that price might actually make it worth for you. But if you want the most comfortable ones, the ones that have more features, the ones that sound the best, these aren't it. They don't even feel the most premium. That underwhelmed me a bit when I took them out of the case. I was expecting something, well, a little bit more ultra. Still, I understand why they did it. They did this thin design to make them compact. They made it with these plastic finish so they don't weigh when you're traveling. And that's the takeaway with these headphones. They're actually made for traveling and giving you a premium experience, which is actually true. Would you guys buy them? If you're interested, I'll drop a link below in the description. They are my affiliate links, but I honestly don't care if you buy them or not. Just helps us out a little bit so we can keep doing what we do here in the channel. Check out this video right here, and don't forget to subscribe and drop a thumbs up because it helps us out quite a bit.